Why men slowly lose interest, even in women they love. Psychology shows this does not usually happen suddenly. At the beginning, everything feels effortless and strong, and both people feel emotionally connected. But attraction is not something that stays the same forever. It changes based on emotional patterns, familiarity, and how the brain responds over time. When a man is emotionally engaged, his attention is high and consistent. But as something becomes part of his daily life, the brain starts to normalize it. What once felt exciting starts to feel familiar and predictable. And familiarity reduces emotional intensity without the person even realizing it. It is not about one moment or one mistake. It is a gradual shift that happens through small, unnoticed changes in perception and emotional response. This is why distance in relationships is often not felt immediately. It builds slowly until one day it becomes obvious. And most people only realize it when the emotional shift has already happened.
Can we talk about the passport bros for a second, please? Can we talk about men intentionally getting passports to go out of the country to procure a woman for themselves? Now, I know people gonna get in their feelings about this subject, but I want to ask the question, why? I want to ask the question, why are men doing it? And I also want to ask the question, is it necessary? Is the behavior of women here in America so unacceptable that the men have to leave the country to find a suitable mate?
Name 3 countries.
3 countries?
Yeah.
Europe, America, Asia.
Countries?
Countries?
Countries.
I'm sorry. Serbia, Japan, Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Is Tokyo not a country?
That's
Tokyo's
not a
in
country.
Japan.
Oh my gosh, a city in Japan. Sorry, I'm just blanking right now. Paris, city.
It's not
France.
a country.
When women say, oh, you need to have a 3 or 4 phase, everybody needs one, you just got to get it out of your system. Why is it in there? Why do you have that desire? Why is it within you? It's not a phase. It's something that clings to you and sticks to you. That 3 or 4 phase. What are you benefiting from? A range of experience? You could get that from one person. What are you benefiting from? Variety? So what do you think is going to happen when you're back in a stable relationship with just one person? You're going to start craving that same variety. There's going to be a lot more trauma, besides the childhood trauma that you already come with, that everybody come with. Now there's going to be this grown trauma of you trying to figure out why you can't be satisfied, why you can't be pleased, why you not happy, why you want change, why you striving for all these things here, it's so sad and so distasteful.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married, and I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post.
Ooh, accountability. That's pretty strange, but I like it.
I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better, and it was like 2022, I believe. I didn't like his profile. I just knew he was gonna like me, and the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not gonna name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single. This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns.
She fumbled the guy because she felt like something was missing. The guy was perfect. She said society would probably have given him a solid 9. He was basically, for the most part, what she wanted. But she just felt like something was missing. You know what that something is? Chaos. She was literally living happy. And the fact that he wasn't arguing with her, there was no argument, there was no chaos. She couldn't stay with him. She could have probably been married, but no, she wants to fight. And you know what's the funny part? If they were having arguments, she still wouldn't stay.
I would rather live a life alone
in complete solace and peace than to be with somebody who treats me like. Do you know how bad that feels? To have someone that you truly believed in, someone you truly trusted, and someone who made you truly happy treat you like you're nothing? And we've all experienced this. You ever been with somebody and you like that person? Maybe you even love that person, but they never brought you true happiness. You never experienced wanting to actually do better in your life. When you meet the person that makes you want to be a better person, that's your person. That's the person that you treat right. That's the person you love and you care about and you want to do all the things for. You ever had that person treat you bad? The person you gave up everything for? The person you sacrificed everything for? When that person treats you bad, that turns you into a whole different animal. I am so comfortable and content with spending the entire rest of my life alone, because I would rather on my feet than live on my knees at the mercy of someone else. And that's a fact.
You think Asian women are going to go 50-50 with you on the bill?
No, we date traditionally, which means if I invite the girl out, I plan and pay for the date. The catch is the cost of living is often 1/4 the price overseas, so even if we pay for the whole date, we're still paying less than what we would have paid 50-50. And this is a point that I don't think it's talked about enough when it comes to Passport Bros. It's not just dating, it's cost of living, it's rent, it's gym, it's food, it's everything, and it increases the quality of your life. At the end of the day, it's a men's health movement about doing what's best for you. It takes one US remote job and the courage to leave to experience all of that, plus a dating culture that is a lot less toxic.
A lot of people, not just men, come to the Philippines so that they can experience our values and morals, especially a culture that's beyond money and privilege. So why are these women shocked that they're dating us? Is it because you think you're better than us? Because the belief that someone's worth is measured by their financial status or societal privilege is for shallow-minded people that only has that to offer.
I unfollowed all the past guys I had a situationship with. Any guy that I might have talked to in the past or had a little thing with or flirted with in the past, I unfollowed. They might still follow me, but I do not follow them. And the other day I was asked, why did I do this? It's no harm, this person said. It's no harm to follow them. You're not talking to them anyways. And it's true, I wasn't talking to them. So you might say, what's the point of unfollowing them? The thing is I want to steward my singleness very well. And the thing is I noticed that if my husband were still following exes or past situationship girls, if he were still following those girls and looking to see if they viewed his story or just kind of checking up on them on their story, that would make me uncomfortable. In a marriage, I would expect him to not be following those girls. So if I have that standard that I set for my husband, I first need to have that standard set for myself first. Meaning while I'm being single, if I'm not talking to this person, if I'm never going to see them again, if I don't have a relationship with them and we're not even in communication, what's the point of me viewing their story? What's the point of me staying caught up on their life? That's what I expect from my husband, so that's how I'm gonna act right now in my singleness, even before my husband comes.
As a man begins to improve his life, he necessarily begins to make good use of his solitude. He uses this time for deep focus and personal development. Undistracted, he can build his business and take care of his body and invest in his own well-being. This isn't simply about becoming materially successful, though obviously that doesn't hurt. There are still plenty of men who dive into work the way low-value men dive into women. That is, as escapes from themselves. But the more a man begins to value his own presence, the more he enjoys his own company, the more valuable his solitude becomes. And this raises the bar with respect to the women he invites into his life. In short, spending time with them has to be better than spending time with himself, because he knows what he can accomplish when left to his own devices. This process generally follows a fairly predictable progression. As a man first comes to tolerate his own company, as he cleans up his critical inner voice and destructive tendencies, so that there is little negative about his experience of self, he naturally begins to eschew disrespect and game playing and flakiness and drama. This, and only this, is what truly gatekeeps, is what keeps low-value women out of a man's life. It's not therapy, per se. It's not appropriate boundaries, which, like New Year's resolutions, work until they don't. It's a preference for his own uncomplicated company that effortlessly keeps certain women out of his ambit. It is the quality of his relationship with himself that largely determines the quality of the women with whom he relates.
And, I would say, because a lot of times you get the question, why would you go out of the country to find a woman? What's going on with these passport bros? I can't believe them. They can't find a woman in the country. Maybe they can. Maybe they just don't want to. I mean, if you look long enough, like say for instance, you got to think of, because, dating is really about not necessarily shopping around, but like you're looking for a certain item. And if the store doesn't have it, you just go to another store, right? I'm looking for a certain woman. If I can't find that certain woman here in abundance, then I'm going to go look somewhere else. You know what I mean? So if women are saying, where are all the good men at? And they go overseas and they say, well, we have a lot of good men in, I don't know, Canada or something like that. Not saying that's the case, but, we have a lot of good men in Canada, right? Versus America not having any men. Okay. So I went to Canada to find my man. Cool. It's going to be the same thing if a man goes to Thailand and he says, oh, I really like this lady right here. I think, I'm going to pick her. So instead of going where it seems to be scarce, well, just even though this woman treats you like this, then, just keep on spending money. I'm not going to keep on doing that. I'm going to go where it's available. And so I can look and try it out and test it out. And when I say test out, I mean, we're dating. I'm taking her to dinner. I'm courting her, that sort of thing. And it doesn't ruin me, right? I don't have to spend all of my money for just one shot, right? I might be able to take a lady out to dinner and say, oh, that didn't work out. Nice lady, but just didn't work out for us. Okay, cool. I move on to the next. She moves on. No hard feelings. But men are getting burned too many times. They're going to the same store and continuing to check the same store. At some point in time, when you talk to somebody, they'll be, why you keep on going to that store if they're always out of stock? Did you check online? Yeah, I checked online, but you got to go in the store to see. That, you can kind of relate that to online dating. I don't see any women online, so I went to a singles event. Still the same. No women there that I would want. So you start going to different places, start looking at different locations to see if you can find what you want. Oh, I found somebody in Thailand. It's a little bit of a drive or a flight. You got to have this, you got to do that. I'm willing to do it. So that's what you're seeing from a lot of men. Now, some of these guys go over there and, they just want to have a little fun. Yeah. But y'all are once again doing what you do to men all the time, trying to blanket them and put them in one box to say, all of you guys are going over there for one specific purpose. And that's to find a woman that you can control and manipulate and take advantage of all the time.
I like you. I like you too. But here we go. I'm just not ready for like a long-term kind of a thing because you're still trying to find yourself and you have a lot of things that you want to work on and you don't want to get distracted from your career. Yes, that's exactly. How'd you know that's what I was going to say? Oh, I don't know. Just a hunch. Wow, we're so like in tune with each other. I know. Imagine if we were actually boyfriend, girlfriend, started dating. Yeah, I know. I think about that a lot, but it's just like I'm not in that right headspace right now. And if I know I'm not there, I don't want to like waste your time, It's basically what you've been doing this whole time. Yeah, I totally get it. But I really like you and I hope we can stay friends. Nah. What?
I've been living in Miami for about 4 years now, and I have yet to still meet like girlfriends. I don't really go out that much. I'm not a big like go to the club and drink all time type of girl. I am your friend with a yacht,
But yeah, I'm trying to go to brunch. I want to go do Topgolf. I want to do just different things, you know, different fun activities, co-work, go to different cafes and, you know, dress up for dinner and whatever, take cute videos. If any other girls are interested in doing stuff like that, even going to the spa or just wellness stuff, yoga, Pilates, tap in with me.
Y'all got this big bullish mannish energy out here, and no man that's a masculine man wants to be around that, which is why all you can attract is boys. That's feminine energy. Boys is one, you don't know what's going on, he don't pay for you gotta do this, and that's like you're magnetizing that because you are the alpha. You got this masculine energy. You figuring it out. That's not your fault either. That's not entirely your fault. Society's programmed you to be that way. What are you giving them to protect and provide? Because a lot of us have all this bullish, mannish energy. You're not precious. A pearl is precious. A small kitten is precious. But a bull, you don't feel like you need to protect a bull. You want to cherish, admire, and protect a pearl, though. A diamond, yes. It's small. Your energy needs to be...
He told her that it was for the best, that they had split up, and so to me it was like one last, before she got serious with some other dude, it was one last attempt to see, because rejection breeds obsession, if the other guy was interested.
Yeah.
If he was still potentially carrying the torch for his ex, and he basically told her no. He wasn't into it. And then, like I said, like a week and a half later, on all of her social medias, her with this other guy. And so it's only been 5-6 weeks since the breakup, and I was like, that didn't just happen. She didn't just meet this dude. She knew him and was lining him up, probably him and a bunch of other guys. And so she monkey branched from her boyfriend to the new guy. And he's like, did I just get played? Is she just jerking me around? What happened here?
Why is it that we as black women feel comfortable checking black men, but the moment a black man checks us, we call it misogyny, control, or toxic? Don't scroll. Let's talk about it. Why does it seem like accountability only applies when we're the one giving it? We criticize black men, drag them online every day, talk about how they lead, talk about what they do, what they don't do. But the moment a black man says, sis, you out of line, or start calling you out on your bad attitude, all of a sudden he's bashing women. We can dish it, but we can't take it. Call a man weak for not being a leader, but then when he does lead, you say he's being controlling. Which one is it? If we want growth and healing from our men, we have to be able to look in the mirror and check ourselves first. Because checking somebody, that's not hate, that's love. And if we can't be corrected without getting offended, maybe the problem isn't the message. Maybe it's our pride.
White women be like, oh, white men did this, white men did that, we have to stop white men, white men, white men. Do you think that women from any other race have it better than you? As a white woman living in a first world country, do you think? And if it's so horrible to live among white men in a first world country, I invite you kindly to give me your citizenship, to give me your rights, to give me your opportunities, and come live in my place in a third world country where white men are not the majority. White men gave you rights. White men keep up with your every day. Because do you think that you are morally perfect? No, you're not. You are a pain in the... But I think this is a problem of perspective, because you just have one. When you have 2, 3 or more, you will start to realize how lucky you are. Because while you are defending minorities, women from these minority groups, they are suffering oppression anyways, and worse than you. And before you guys say like, oh, you are saying white men are perfect, I'm not saying that. I'm saying be grateful for 1 second. Be grateful. Do you understand it?
Yes, I'm Ryan, or Constigo, and I thought I'd just give a quick little update because I haven't been posting very regularly at the moment, and it's basically just because my mental health has been a bit. So, you know, since the community mental health team have decided they don't want to work with me anymore, and they won't give me a second opinion. They won't give me any treatment, so I'm kind of on my own now. And I'm just finding it really hard to cope by myself, and I feel like I don't really have people around me that much anymore that are there because they're so focused on their own lives, which is, fair enough. But I just feel kind of forgotten about and left out. So I'm basically just by myself all the time with my cat, and things just aren't going particularly well. And that did cause me to...
Let's talk about my biggest problems when it comes to dating. I am a very independent person. I also think that I come off as someone who is emotionally closed off, and I have been emotionally closed off the past couple of months. I do think that has kept romantic interests away. I've been told I come off as intimidating, not in a I'm so scary way, more so in a I don't need other people way, or in a I have boundaries and I have standards, so I'm not gonna make it necessarily easy for someone to come in and date me. I'm open to dating and I have met people. I cannot do a casual relationship. I'm too emotional for that and I attach too easily. So I'm of the belief that I would rather wait a little bit for someone who can meet me where I'm at and try and lower my standards or my boundaries because I am in such a good place. I'm trying not to waver my beliefs or anything that's going to set my progress back. I have no problem being alone. Honestly, I've learned to enjoy my own company. But yeah, I think that has been my biggest problem with dating, is that I am so closed off and I am a very independent person. I do think that I'm in a season where I'm more open to the idea, but it is not a priority. My priority's been myself, and I think that's important for everybody. Focusing on loving yourself, respecting yourself, and getting to know yourself is important, because you cannot open your heart and your mind to loving someone else if you don't love yourself. Be comfortable being alone, because like everyone's been telling me, the right person will come when you least expect it. Someone who was in a long-term relationship and did say that to people, it is true. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Be kind to yourself, be patient to yourself, take it day by day, and if no one said it to you today, I'm proud of you and all the progress you've made.
A lot of women have fumbled a good man just because they let their whole friends coach them right into stupidity. Taking advice from somebody that doesn't even have a healthy relationship is insane. Your bitter, lonely ass can't keep a man as friend coached you into leaving this good man that you have, and you actually listened. And a lot of the times, ladies, y'all do not be paying attention to the signs. 9 times out of 10, this is coming from the friend that was probably in his inbox before y'all started talking, but he never wanted her and he chose you, and she's jealous behind that. A friend that wants the kind of relationship you have, and she's jealous of your relationship, and she don't want to see you happier than her. Or a friend that's waiting for y'all to break up, so at the hindsight of y'all breakup, she could jump right in his DM and hop right up on it. Yeah. Then what pisses me off is that y'all don't take advice from the friend you're supposed to take advice from. You're not taking advice from your friend Lisa that graduated Harvard, been married since her early 20s, 10 years plus married, successful marriage, got kids, career, a good life, and all that. Her advice goes in through one ear and out the other. You'd rather take advice from Victoria that lives on the 3rd floor, that's a dropout, is out here surviving off of child support checks, welfare checks, cup waters, hot Cheetos, and pickle juice. Yeah, you see how crazy that sounds? Stop letting your whole friends trick you out your spot from a good man's life. No funny shit.
You know, a lot of these sayings sound good until they don't. A lot of this advice sounds great, coming from genuinely nice people, until it doesn't. These modern women are going to have you out here alone, by yourself, with no man. I've been taking care of myself. I've been focused on myself. It sounds great. How long have you been doing that? I've been doing that for 10 years now. So did you start when you were 20? No, I went through a phase, and then when I was about 25, 26, 27, I started taking care of myself. So if you've been taking care of yourself for 10 years now, and you've been going to therapy and all that stuff, and now I'm finally in a good place to date, you're probably now around 36. 36. And this would get you in trouble. At that point in time, you're a little bit more stubborn. You're a little bit more stuck in your ways. And you hear it pop out, well, my standards are this, my standards are that. Once again, that's great. But the guy that you're going for, and a lot of times modern women go for men that are not even interested in them. The guy that you're going for has to like you back. Period. End of story. So all of these standards and stuff that you're talking about, it's not going to fly. It's not going to work. And nobody's saying that you can go out there and disrespect yourself and let a man just do anything just to get a boyfriend. But some of this stuff that you're going to get into and that you're going to be talking, you're already doing it now, that you're going to be talking to a man about, he's not going to be trying to hear it. He might go along with it for 2 or 3 months. Oh, I think she's really, really cute, or she seems like a nice person. But eventually, it's going to come out that you want things the way you want them, how you want them, when you want them, and he going to have to bend to that. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to happen. You could be looking, it could be when you least expect it or when you expect it. You could be looking for it and it come right in your face. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Your attitude, even though you come off nice, still gonna be bad. Your behaviors, even though, and you're gonna work your way into it. Well, I just believe. You're not gonna come off aggressive at first until you get frustrated. But then you're gonna be all in his face. Well, I just wanted this and I just expect. It's only gonna take one time for you to get upset and blow up on him. And then what you're really thinking, what you're really wanting is gonna come out. And that's when he's gonna be able to look and see, oh, this is what she was talking about. Let me go ahead and move out and stop wasting my time.
All you men out here are still asking why you're still single.
Who? Where they at? Which man is asking this question?
You're probably the problem. You can't fix anything. You can't pay the bills. You can't protect her.
Why would I be paying bills for somebody that's not my wife?
You can't fight. You don't even know how to swim.
I do know how to swim, actually. Swim away from these women who are asking me for my money and they're not my wife.
You probably don't even know how to grill. What are you good for? Just to hang out with? That's why you're still single. Be a man. Grow up.
One component of being a man is the ability to think critically. It just seems like you ain't got right now. Be blessed.
It's a different flex when your entire friend group is full of married women. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is such a cute post. There is no way anybody could possibly hate on me. Women will literally marry Deshaun Watson, insinuating that these women just married anybody just for the sake of being married. Y'all hate the idea of a happily married woman because you can't find a good man. You will never catch me idolizing marriage. LMAO. I bet this got 2-3 kids by 2-3 baby daddy. What an achievement. ... The shade in those 2 dots. How many of them cheating? I wasn't going to be drafted into the gender wars because typically I don't care about other people's lives, but the only thing necessary for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. And it is pure evil the way these women have demonized men to the point where they think there's just no good men around. Just because you open your legs up for ain't ass men does not mean women can't find a good man. Sis, they on here saying you're man and abuser. IDK. Of course they are. I never thought a video of hands would make people this.
I would rather live a life alone in complete solace and peace than to be with somebody who treats me like. Do you know how bad that feels? To have someone that you truly believed in, someone you truly trusted, and someone who made you truly happy treat you like you're nothing? And we've all experienced this. You ever been with somebody and you like that person? Maybe you even love that person, but they never brought you true happiness. You never experienced wanting to actually do better in your life. When you meet the person that makes you want to be a better person, that's your person.
Men are having a super strong reaction to this video because here's a woman that is taking accountability for something that she did wrong in a relationship. And that is honestly all too rare, especially for a woman around this age, which I'm guessing she's like in her 20s. So to watch this video and for her to put herself out there, and she seems very genuine, especially in the comments, it is refreshing. And she's honestly really saddened by the situation, which is also very refreshing because she cares. She cared about that man and she understands that she's the one that made a mistake. Number one, I mean, that guy, he could see this and then, you know, maybe he wants to give the relationship another try. Or two, that woman is going to grow so much from this and she's going to be an amazing girlfriend for the guy that she wants to be a girlfriend to in the future. All around, it is just a win-win-win.
Three signs you're a simp. Number one, spend money. If you're steadily spending money on this person, child, you really love them, don't you? But you're gonna be broke, bankrupt, unless you got your own motion going on. But if you don't, you're spending money on this person that you don't even know is gonna last. Okay. Is it the same on both sides? Is your partner spending money too? Or is it just you? Because to me, it sounds like you're being used. You didn't like that, did you? Used. Number two, always on the phone with this person. You get some free time and you're calling this person all the time. They're your peace, your happiness, your heart, your world, your earth, your everything. Congratulations. Now if y'all break up, then what? You're gonna have to find some me time in that free time, aren't you? Three, you stop hanging out with your friends. You choosing your relationship over your friends? Certified simp. Relationship don't last, who you gonna run back to? Your friends. Treat them good. Who knows how long your relationship is gonna last? It might not. Learn how to balance the two things. Time with your partner and time with your friends. You can't just drop one. It's not that hard.
Adult white males between the ages of, say, 18 and 25 to...
The economy sucks. You're probably never going to buy a house. Your degree is useless and left you in mountains of debt. You're nowhere near capable of providing for a wife and kids, and you can't imagine yourself settling down with any of the women in your age bracket anyway because Disney princess programming and feminism has left them fundamentally unwifeable. You've grown up in a culture which has celebrated every other form of identity besides you and in exact proportion to how much they're not you, to the point that now schools and companies can hire based on that metric, all the while being told you can't complain or notice any of it because of how privileged you are, and if you don't know how privileged you are, it's because of your privilege. Even though you're basically a debt slave with minimal hope of a financial and familial future because your economy and culture has abandoned you. So a lot of dudes just checked out and started like smoking weed and playing video games. Some of the other ones went to countries where they like white people and men, like Thailand, I guess. And some of them were like, you know what, this is a good challenge. None of it makes sense. It's all going to... I want a big house, and if you come on my land, I'm going to shoot you with guns. I want a bunch of kids and a wife churning butter. I'm going to make it happen, you fucks. Tell me...
If you are with a man-child, you are partnering with someone who's basically like emotionally a teenager. And you might think that they're the problem and they're the one that needs to grow up. And I want to tell you, as someone who's been in this situation, it is you who needs to grow up. That likely you are dating from your teen self as well. And as you grow your emotional and relational self up, and get better boundaries and better at advocating for yourself, and your tolerance for BS goes way down, you're not going to have man-children in your life. Your adult self will not resonate with that. But when we are operating relationally from younger, more wounded, more codependent, caretaking, and or desperate parts of ourselves, we will resonate with that because we're so desperate for something. So as much as I know you would want them to change, I just want to say it is you who needs to change.
As a former simp, these are 3 things I did in my last relationship that I will not be doing in my next relationship. Number 1, I'm not going to take over any of your bills or add you to any of mine. Meaning I'm not going to add you to my car note. I'm not going to add you to my cell phone bill to help you out with that. You had those bills before you met me. You can continue paying those bills. Number 2, we will not be living together if we are not married. That's the I'll do right now. Clock it. Yeah, clock that. We not living together. We not married, period. Number 3, I will not be a 100% provider again. I will not be a 100% provider again. There was no benefit to doing that to someone that I was not married to. Let me know if y'all want a part 2.
What would happen is I'd be over pursuing, texting too much, being too needy, codependent, emotionally unstable. She'd shit test me all the time. I'm always curious about what she's doing, what she's up to, who she's talking to, and it fucks with you, it fucks with your mental, and it takes away from your mission, from your purpose, right? That's the objective truth. As much as you want to do these different things, allow women into your life, you have to understand when it's not time yet, it's not time yet. That's the most important thing. Take a step back, be introspective, self-reflect, ask yourself, are you truly ready for this? Because if you're not, it's not worth it, bro. It's going to distract you from what you really got to get done, from truly becoming your best self. Learn from my experiences. Learn from the experiences of other men out there. Level up. Put yourself first. The women will come later. I promise you, bro.
She said, I no longer date for free due to the behavior of men. American tennis player Sashaya Vickery, she revealed that she now requires a $1,000 pre-date deposit, citing past negative experience.
Let me ask
Chris.
you, does she sound insane?
At this point, we just need to wear badges that say, hi, I operate as a... I expect this to be more transactional than me really caring to get to know you. To me, that's the problem with everything that I'm seeing online.
Dog, dating is trial and error. You are gonna kiss a million frogs before you find your prince or your princess.
Or you shouldn't be kissing all these niggas.
1,000 frogs, $1,000.
I'm not giving them 50 cents. Yo, listen,
At what date is there any expectation from a woman? Something she has to provide. There are no expectations.
I would say at least the way we show up physically. That's very important, and it comes at a cost. So
what's the cost?
Hair done, nails done.
When you come to the table thinking that I'm so pretty or I'm so fire, that's all I have to be is pretty.
I think
I'm handsome too.
Oh my God!
Like,
I know I'm handsome too.
What you talking about?
It can't just be me. This generation of dating, being in a relationship, is fucked. Like with the cherry on top. Like, is this what we gotta pull from, ladies? And the ones who's dating the football NFL players, baby, bless your heart. Just bless your heart, and my condolences goes out to you. I'm very sorry for you. But that's crazy that this generation does not commit, doesn't know loyalty. The married man, is marriage even still like a thing?
And I'm really glad, because I think in one of those clips, it was said, well, you got to kiss. It was a man that said that. And I understand the sentiment. You got to kiss 1,000 frogs to find your prince or your princess. And the guy came right back and said, I'm not paying $1,000 for 1,000 frogs. I'm not doing that. It's the $1,000, 1,000 frogs. Like, what is that? $1 million? I'm not doing that. And that's what I'm saying. Dating is extremely expensive. Now, if you say, hey, in order to get to this frog or whatever, whatnot, if you want to call it that, $20. Okay, I can do $20. And you have the ability. This is what happening. Because y'all decide as women, okay, first of all, y'all are pricing yourselves out of the market. That's first and foremost. So you're not going to get a man that way. But let's say, okay, I set my value at 1,000 and the market says, honestly, your value is closer to 100. No, my value is 1,000. So you feel like you have to hold on to that value, and that value, honestly and truly, it's not real. But you're going to hold on to it. Nobody's going to come by and kiss you. Okay, well, I'm fine being by myself. I don't have to worry about it. Well, it's great for you that you can work on your self-confidence and all that stuff, because you got nothing but time. Nobody's coming by. Nobody's going to be looking in the store. And pretty soon, your store is going to close down. You know, that's where the wall starts, right? And just went out of business, and I'm not even looking anymore, because men are not interested. They want younger ladies. You've gone out of business, essentially. Well, let me see if I can go dry or freeze my eggs and all these other things. It's because you're trying to keep yourself in business. You know, by the time you start doing that stuff, and you don't have to, because sometimes, you know, for whatever reason, medical stuff that happens, I get it. But for a lot of these modern women, they're perfectly fine. But they're doing this stuff to try to keep on going, keep themselves afloat, when they know that they really screwed themselves. That's what you're doing. So no, you want 100? Well, bare minimum, I want 500. I'm not gonna give you 500 either. This to me is not worth. How about we do this? How about we start with a nice dinner, $100? How about that? Now, I'm not going any less than no less than 250, and that is the bar is in hell. I'm not coming off 100 at all because I don't know you. We go on a coffee date. We can start at 50. We get to know each other, and I say, man, I spent $50. This is a great investment. I have no problem going up to 250. Oh man, we spent 250. All of a sudden, you've unlocked 1,000. Just like that. Just like that. So potentially in 3 interactions, you're back up to your value. Starting from 50. You started from 50. You skipped over 100, 150, 200, and then you went straight to 250, which was the bars in hell. So on that second date, because you had such a great first date, he wants to impress you. You do the 250, right? And so, the jury's still out on him. That third date, you have an impressive date, you're at 500. That's your bare minimum. That's your bare minimum. 4th, 5th, 6th date, you're at 1,000. Because you might hit 750 depending on whatever and whatnot, depending on whatever it is. But you're back at your value that you wanted. But y'all are demanding the 1,000 up front. And people are saying no. And you will do this if you had a trial, you would do the same thing. You would ask for the trial. Well, I don't know about this. Can we get that? Can we do this? Can we do that? That's what you would be doing. You'd be asking for a 30-day trial, at least a 3-day trial. And so that's what men are looking for now. Can I get at least a trial run to see if you are who you say you are? Because a lot of you are catfishing now.
A lot of women today have forgotten their place.
And we live in this inverted world, and I feel we got stuck in this whole feminism thing. Feminism is a scam. And now it's like trying to undo. It is feminism. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we are equal in value, but we are not equal in traits. We are different. Men and women are different.
I agree with that.
And I'm so sick and tired of why are we fighting to be something that we're not? I am not a man. I will never be a man. And for those of you that make that decision, I love that for you. Period. But there are certain things that are just, y'all are stronger than we are. We are more detail oriented than you are. There are certain traits that we naturally got from God based on the gender that we are. And it's all based on survival.
Yeah, that's why
it's all based on human nature. And so I feel like a lot of women, not all women, but most women have forgotten their place.
Within themselves,
within the order of family, within the order, even like with God. You know, if you just want to start blanketing statements, like, now this is the thing. If you are a masculine woman, that's fine. But stop acting like you're feminine. If you want to be a boss, babe, I don't need no man. You go do you, boo. But stop teaching that that's the answer. Because I'm sick and tired of this divide of the family. I'm sick and tired of now good men, I'm listening to like stories, right? Good men are getting lazy in dating. They're getting lazy in the pursuit because women are making either everything too easy or they're too hands off. So now what's the point in even trying to date a woman when you're the man that you want me to be?
Yeah, like what's the point? You're wasting your time because it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. Like, stop telling me what to do. Like, you keep that to yourself. If you don't want a man, okay, that's fine. But don't get mad at me for wanting one. Don't be mad at me for actually caring about one, you know?
Ladies, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm probably breaking bro code by even sharing this, but I have to be honest. As a man, speaking as a man here, we know very early on, what our intentions are for you. That means after date 1, date 2, we know if you're wife material, girlfriend material, and we're hunters. So we go after what we want. We will not waste time. If we want you, we will do what we have to do to get you, to have you, because we're men. That's what we do. If he's stringing you along, ladies, if it's been months and he hasn't committed to you, he's not calling you his girlfriend, or if it's been years and he hasn't proposed to you, it's because he doesn't want you like that. I'm telling you right now, do not waste your time on men like that, because we will do whatever you allow us to do. And if you allow us to string you along, to play with you, that's exactly what we will do. So if you want a future, if you want a family, then you need to date men who have good intentions for you, who want the same things, who have the same values, because once again, we will play with you if you let us play with you. Don't do it.
She calls me, I talk to her, hang up, Zalon said, Chanel call you for everything, huh? She call you for everything. I said, yeah. Because she feels like it's all that problem.
Yep.
You know? And at first, this is the crazy part, bro. If you're not really in tune with the dynamic between you and your woman, you would think that it's annoying. And your perspective will be like, yo, it's annoying. She keeps calling me, asking me for something that I can't do nothing about. But then if you shift your perspective, bro, I look at it like, yo, I'm the one person that she's calling for anything.
Yeah.
That's a privilege, bro.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to be that for a woman, you know? And me as a man, I welcome that. Because how pointless and worthless would I be if I had a woman and she wasn't doing that for me?
The male translation of I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm never going to make you my girlfriend or pursue a serious, long-term, sustainable relationship with you. I enjoy using you for my satisfaction and only coming in and out of your life when it's convenient for me. This situation makes me very, very happy because I don't have to put in any of the real effort required to be in a real relationship, but you still treat me like you would a boyfriend, and I still get your loyalty. That's so amazing. I am not ready right now, nor will I ever be, to put in more effort to get the same result, which is you treating it like a relationship. That's all I need, and that's all I want. I'm not ready to commit to you and actually have to be consistent with you, even when it's inconvenient for me. Like, don't be silly. I don't find you interesting or desirable enough to be in a serious relationship with you. Actually, majority of the reason I even spend time with you is because you have no boundaries, you have absolutely no standards, and no matter what I do, you will always forgive me. So it's a win-win for me, all ways around. But at least when I say it like this, you feel like eventually at some point in the near future, things might change, even though they won't. But the point is you feel like they might, which will keep you around long enough for me to continue using you, which is great.
Do you date women your own age?
I'm not attracted to them. There's very few that are really attractive.
I'm asking men, why are you like this?
I just want something peaceful to do. I just did a runway show in Milan. I've been a cover of a magazine.
You're on the cover of a magazine?
Yes, and a book as well.
Are you a famous model?
I wouldn't say a famous model, but I've been modeling for a while. Okay. Have you done any modeling?
Yes.
Quit?
I'm retired.
You retired?
Because I'm old now.
Oh, it's different for men. Women age differently.
What age women do you date?
23 to 33.
How old are you?
I'm be 53 this year.
Do you date women your own age?
No. I'm not attracted to them. There's very few that are really attractive. I mean, I didn't make this world. It's just the way it is. A girl's not attracted to you if you don't have money.
Why does it stop at 33?
Because if you get into a nice long relationship, you've got at least 10 years where you're really attracted to her. And I age way better than most people. Like, I've got really nice skin. I'm really fit. I'm flexible. I'm fat.
Women will be like, F a man, I don't need a man, play these men how they play you. Truth is, that type of woman has been hurt and she still has some healing to do. I've been there. But no matter what society says, men, we need you. We need you to lead us. We need you to protect us. And not just physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. We need you to help us raise these kids. Children need their fathers just as much as they need their mothers, and this is not up for debate. We need you to love us, genuinely. Men, we need you. And maybe this video is going over your head so we can agree to disagree, or maybe this message just is not for you. But dear future husband, I need you. And I can't wait till we cross paths and become equally yoked. But until then, I'm going to continue working on myself so that when things align, I can be capable of being the woman that you need to.
If your husband feels more like your handyman than your man, we've got a problem. You don't get to withhold affection, bark orders, and treat him like he's just there to fix stuff and fund your life, then act shocked when the chemistry's off. Men crave affection just like we do, but they're quieter about it. So when he starts pulling away or shutting down, it's not because he doesn't care. It's because he's tired of feeling unwanted. You used to flirt, reach for him. Now he's lucky to get a half-hearted love you before bed. And I get it. Life is loud. But don't let tired be your personality forever. You still have to show up for your marriage. It's not about being in the mood every second. It's about being intentional. Because here's the truth. If you keep treating him like he's just there, don't be surprised when he starts acting like he's not yours. Affection isn't extra, it's essential. So don't wait till he's distant to wake up. Start showing up before it's too late.
I just don't understand how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control, and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Okay, so she's super jealous of this new reality where guys are disgusted with American women in this country because it's really becoming like a pandemic of sorts of just horrible behavior. And they go to other countries and they meet women who want to be in their feminine, right? Because they haven't been indoctrinated in the same way.
And a lot of women lack accountability. There's a lot of women who you will sit down and ask her, like, hey, like in your last relationship, like what role did you play in it going wrong?
Right.
And she'll look you in the eyes and say nothing. I did what I was supposed to do. He cheated.
Yeah.
Or I did what I was supposed to do. He neglected me.
Yeah. That right there, what you said, a lot of women lack accountability. No. And I can say a lot of men lack accountability. How about we address the men? Lacking your emotional state.
I think what you're doing is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Because again, I never said that men don't lack accountability. When you said it, I nodded. Yep, you're right. A lot of men do. But just the mere mention of a woman having something to work on made you feel away. Tell a woman that she needs to work on something, or you tell a woman that she's doing something wrong, automatically go into defense. Yeah, they may be wrong too, and we'll get to that. But right now, we on you. Mm-hmm. Don't spin it back in my moment of telling you what you need to work on. And a lot of women do that.
Well, you know what ends up happening, because I think the clip was talking about a lot of women have forgotten their place today. And I do agree. A lot of these modern ladies, they run in front of the man and they say, oh, no, it's easy now. I'm gonna go ahead and do it and da-da-da and this and that. Right. And then the man says, okay, let me back up. And when you keep on doing that, because modern women go through seasons to where that's what they want to do, right? I want to be up in front. I want to be doing this. I want to be doing that. So they go through seasons of wanting to do that. But then they go through seasons of wanting to be a passenger princess. We talk about it. Think of it as like their cycle. They go through like 28 days. And in this day or in this week, I feel like this. In this week, I feel like that. In this week, I feel like X, Y, and Z. And this is my really bad week right here. They do that, but they do that all year, right? In different quarters, they'll do that. Like you still have the 28-day cycle, but then you have the quarterly cycle, half a year cycle, quarter of a decade cycle, half a decade, 75%, so on and so forth. They are going through that emotionally to where they see certain things. Like I said, they have multiple cycles that they're going through. So they're kind of like, okay, I want to do this now. I want to do this. I want to do this. And they go through these different cycles of feelings and emotions and wanting to feel a certain way. So even if they're having a cycle monthly, because they're in a different cycle, and I know it probably sounds confusing, because they're in a different cycle in their life overall, I want to feel powerful. I want to feel strong. So I want to take charge. I want to take the lead. But then, about 5 years goes by. Now I don't want to be in that cycle anymore. I don't want to do that. I want to go and rest, and for another 4 or 5 years, I want my man to take it. But a man is saying to me, that's not consistent. I need somebody that's consistent. You're always up and down. There's never I can never really depend on you. I can never really rely on you to do things. So I don't know how to treat you. I don't know how to talk to you because Oh, I mean, sorry to say, but it's almost like you have multiple different personalities.